Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6.
We'll begin with some breaking news tonight out of Douglas County. Deputies arrested a man they believe shot and killed a 37-year-old woman in East Wenatchee Saturday evening. Thanks for joining us here tonight. I'm Jordan Smith. That suspect identified as 27-year-old Dalton Scott Potter from Wenatchee. The people who reported the shooting said they saw a woman fall out of a car that they were following. It happened in this area of Badger Mountain Road. Deputies say the car stopped and a man who was driving the car got out and shot the woman multiple times. They also say the man began shooting at the car who was following them. Deputies then say witnesses managed to get away with just minor injuries. The suspect left the scene and was later arrested. Potter is being held in the Chelan County Jail on murder and attempted murder charges. We'll transition to more breaking news, this time out of Los Angeles County. Police identified the suspect in a deadly mass shooting in Monterey Park as the 72-year-old man. They say he shot and killed himself when police approached a van that he was hiding out in. 10 people are dead and at least another 10 are injured. That's according to the police. The violence happening just after a festival marking the beginning of the Chinese Lunar New Year. ABC's Tim Pullian here with more on that tragic story.
Look at this aerial view showing the moment police surround a white van in a standoff with the possible mass shooting suspect. Once tactical teams moved in, police tell ABC News they found a man dead inside, believed to have died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It's unclear if it is the suspected shooter.
Could it be our suspect? Possibly. But at this point, if we're doing our jobs correctly, we're not only looking at that situation or scenario, but we're making sure that we're looking at any and every possibility.
Today, authorities releasing the murder suspect's image, but not his name. Overnight, 10 people killed and at least 10 injured in a mass shooting near Los Angeles.
I got approximately 10 deceased.
Crews rushing to the scene outside this dance studio, treating victims in the parking lot. Survivors rushed to the hospital. Authorities say their condition ranged from critical to stable. Witnesses describe the terror.
It sounded like a very heavy artillery weapon.
The shooter going on a violent rampage inside the Star Dance studio.
You're safe. I'm scared. We feel so safe. How come? What happened?
Moments before the deadly attack, people in this predominantly Asian American community celebrating the Lunar New Year nearby. Authorities say they are investigating if a second incident at another ballroom in a neighboring suburb is tied to the shooting.
As we're looking for this suspect, we will not forget the victims and survivors.
So far, investigators not saying if the attack was a racial hate crime. The FBI is now involved. Investigators are trying to determine if the suspect knew any of the victims. Day 2 of the Chinese New Year festival is canceled. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Again, just an awful story out of Los Angeles County. We'll transition to some lighter news here in our backyard. Here, a snowy weekend around the inland northwest. We're going to send things over to meteorologist Matt Gray in studio for what's in store this week. Matt.
All right, thank you, Jordan. And yeah, after the snow last night, it certainly looks like winter again out there. And we are going to feel some cooler temperatures eventually, but at least for now, we're going to stay in the same neighborhood that we were so far through the weekend. We're down into the upper 20s already. You can see as you look beyond the county courthouse in Spokane, you can see a little bit of haze on the horizon. That is developing fog around the West Plains. In Coeur d'Alene, also saw a brief little bit of clear skies. Things starting to cloud over, though, once again. So far, visibility looks good everywhere, except we are seeing a little bit of mist in Deer Park, and we are starting to see that fog develop on the West Plains. Fairchild Air Force Base, the visibility down to only about 1 mile. So not very thick fog yet, but that will come as we head later through the night. I expect fog to start to develop fairly quickly. With those clear skies, our temperatures are going to drop very quickly. I think once we hit the mid-20s, we're going to start to see that fog become a lot more widespread around the metro region. So here we go through the evening. Not a whole lot of changes in that potential area. Our temperatures in the teens and 20s right now. We'll just cool off about 5-6 more degrees tonight with that fog. Coming up, chance for a few more snow flurries in the morning. We'll show you where.
All right, Matt, thanks for that. And Washington State Police are looking for any information about the vehicle that hit and killed the driver of a motorcycle Friday night over in Spokane Valley. Washington State Patrol say the motorcyclist was on Sprague Avenue's on-ramp to I-90 westbound before losing control and hitting the Jersey barrier. Troopers say the motorcyclist was then thrown from the bike and hit by another vehicle that didn't stop. Anyone with information about the crash is asked to call Washington State Police. Well, a referee shortage nationwide is putting a strain on local high school districts here in Spokane. The schools are canceling several sporting events because of a lack of referees who can officiate the game. A local referee recruiter now wants to hire more so that students can enjoy games without having it be canceled or rescheduled. Peter Choi explains about the challenge from a referee shortage and how you can apply to become one.
Selkirk Middle School student athletes left disappointed and scrambling to reschedule basketball game this week after the game was canceled because no referees were available to officiate it. But this issue isn't new. In fact, the principal says the school has been dealing with this issue for about 3 years now.
We're missing games. We cannot cover all the games that are out there.
From thousands of basketball games, from third graders to high school varsity, the local organization Spokane Basketball Officials is seeing a threat to upend student sports game schedule. The number of referees for athletic events was significantly cut down because of COVID by nearly half.
We cover over 5,000 games a year as Spokane basketball officials, and you can imagine, losing half of our officials, and we struggled at getting 185. So we're more healthy around 210, 220 officials. So already we were down a little bit, and then to have this happen.
Despite the recent increase of paid level for referees, the organization is still in desperate need of new recruits.
And that's tough for the kids. The kids, they want to play, and hey, without officials, there's no game.
I would say over the last probably 3 years, we've seen a decline in the availability of referees for all of our sports.
A Selkirk Middle School principal says for baseball games, coaches have been participating as referees.
Disappointment. I mean, kids are disappointed. They look forward to the game for really all the last 2 weeks when they're practicing, so it's disappointing.
The SBO says if you're over 18 and have desire to learn, you're good to go.
We train you. We don't just, the old days we would send you out with a whistle and say good luck, in a rule book maybe, and now, we provide training.
He says the organization have a flexible working schedule. The coordinator says people are asked to scan QR code or go to refspokane.com to apply.
It's a lot more fun than people think it is. You work with great people. You get yourself in shape, by going up and down the court or whatever the sport might be. You stay connected to the game we all love, and it's just a great way to serve the community.
Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Well, nearly a year after that national baby formula shortage, the feds are investigating Abbott Labs to receive details on what exactly led up to the chaos. Timing may be considered a key factor when losing weight, but a new report dives into why it might not be everything. We go over what that study revealed.
And it's going to be a foggy morning and a foggy start to the week in the inland northwest. We're also looking at the potential for at least a little dusting of snow to top what we got yesterday in some parts of the region. Coming up after this break, I'll show you where that is, and we'll take a preview of the rest of the week, including some changes for next weekend in your First Alert forecast.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
4 News Now is brought to you by Rebath Spokane.
We love our pets. Accidents and messes are forgiven. Carpet Barn has a huge selection of Shaw Pet Perfect Carpet. Pet Perfect Carpet is designed with the whole family in mind. It protects from odors, stains, fading, and pet hair. Carpet Barn has a huge selection of carpet, LVP, engineered hardwood, and more to help you update any room in your house. Make tails wag with Shaw Floors Pet Perfect. Pet Perfect Carpet is perfect for any room. Carpet Barn, designer selection, warehouse prices.
Is one casino really any better than the next? Well, at Northern Quest, we've got the largest gaming floor in the region, not to mention the most slot titles, the most payouts, the largest selection of table games, the lowest minimum bets, the highest maximum bets, and a state-of-the-art sports book. So you tell us. Northern Quest, yes, the best. Don't miss our $50,000 Cool Cash Hot Seats giveaway, January 12th and 26th.
Your TV shows change. Your TV bills don't have to. Get the same bill every month for 3 years.
Dad.
The 3-year TV price guarantee, only from Dish. Tuned into you.
Dad?
It's a new year, and time for a new you. Come see the coolest cars, trucks, and SUVs at Max Auto Sports during the New Year, New You sales event with rates starting at 1.9%. Cars from $199, trucks and SUVs from $299. Plus Max lifetime powertrain warranty at no cost. Get what you really want with our best sale ever. Get $5,000 over KBB for your trade. Out with the old and in with the new you. Hurry, it all ends Tuesday, only at Max Auto Sports.
We already know Washington State is dead last, 50th out of 50 states in available housing supply. The good news is, this can be turned around. Here's 3 common sense reforms we need from legislators. Allow more housing types, like duplexes, triplexes, and condominiums. Increase density near transit centers. Cut through red tape limiting new construction. Join our Welcome Home Coalition. We can act to welcome more families home.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
Time to check in on your forecast, and some people chase tornadoes, other people chase hurricanes. We're chasing fog tonight. It's a little less exciting, but that's what we've got, and certainly with freezing fog, you'll definitely want to have the ice scrapers handy as you get up and going in the morning. You can see some fog and some low cloud cover in the background. That's Spokane International Airport as we look over I-90 and Geiger. And this is Omak, where we've had some pretty stubborn fog that has really had a tough time lifting out of the Okanagan. As we go through the night, foggy conditions moving in and out. Really, the fog's just going to spread out in coverage as we go throughout the nighttime. As we get into the morning hours, we'll see the fog slowly start to lift. A lot of chance for a couple of flurries, even around Spokane and around Coeur d'Alene. So let's show you that. A weak little disturbance is going to drop in out of Canada in the early morning. And so especially in northeastern Washington, I think we got a chance to pick up just a little accumulation, just a little topping, some sprinkles on top of the more substantial snow that we got. And when we're talking about only 1 to 2 inches of snow that we got this weekend, you can see we're not talking about a whole lot, but definitely something to watch for around Sandpoint, Colville, Chewelah, north to Medellin Falls, Bonners Ferry, and Spokane and Coeur d'Alene as well. Through the morning commute, places like St. Mary's in the Silver Valley right about 9 o'clock and a little bit later than that, a chance for just a little dusting of snow. Then we'll see some more sunshine come out very late in the day, just as we have for the past couple of days where that sun has made an appearance right before it's gone down. You can see some of the projected snow totals here, just really not a whole heck of a lot. Around 395 from Kettle Falls down into the Deer Park area. That's probably the most likely spot for us to see some more substantial accumulations where we maybe get a little bit closer to that 1 inch mark. Mostly, though, we're talking about just a little short-lived snow. The morning, by the time we get to the midday area, it's dry, it's cloudy, just as it's been for the past few days. In the afternoon, that little peak of sun, and then we're back into the cloud cover as we head into the evening. If you don't like that pattern, you better get used to it. That is going to be the next few days of our weather, and so our temperatures aren't going to change that much. We'll get a little bit warmer, get above freezing in Central Washington and the LC Valley as the sun will break out a little bit earlier in the afternoon. One thing to note, and for this upcoming weekend, there is the potential here for some chillier weather, and as a matter of fact, what we're watching now as it's showing up in more and more of our computer models is some pretty frigid air trying to drop down out of Canada and try to push across the mountains and into the inland northwest. So we will see how that is going to go. But at the very least, I've gone ahead and dropped the temperatures down quite a bit for Sunday and put in some chances for snow on Friday and Saturday. There likely will be changes to that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday forecast. We'll keep you updated as we head through the week.
Well, Matt, winter is in full swing, and even though it is cold out there, it's still a great time to get out and enjoy the inland northwest. In today's Air 4 adventure, we take you to the community forest in Post Falls.
We love it. We come here probably like 2 or 3 times a week. A lot of different trails, so it's always a variety. They kind of all intertwine, so even if you get off your trail, you'll pretty much end up right back in the same spot. It's just really pretty if you can hike down right by the water. That's our favorite spot. That's usually we head straight down there and hike along the river. Still really pretty, even in the winter. The trails never really get too bad, so even when there's snow, plenty of room, and most of them are really easy, so she can come with us.
It was really nice and peaceful and lovely. I like to hike and, I don't know, just disconnect. It's gorgeous, and the weather's always, I mean, it's cold, but definitely bearable and worth still coming outside. And the dog needs exercise for their mental health just as I need it for mine too. I try to get outside at least once a day. 6, just because I wish the sun was out. So it was a little hard getting through the cold, and it was pretty muddy and rainy back there, just as the weather has been, but still more than a 5, because, I mean, I got to come outside today and enjoy nature, I guess.
Some beautiful views out there for sure. Well, we'll transition now to weight loss. And timing may not be everything when it comes to eating and weight loss. A study recently published in the Journal of American Heart Association suggests that the timing of meals may not have as big of an impact on weight as we once thought. The study tracked the portion sizes and eating times of 547 people and data on their health and weight for 6 years. Researchers found no association between restricting eating times, like the trend of intermittent fasting, and weight loss. What the study did find effective: smaller meals. Julia Zampano is a registered dietitian with the Cleveland Clinic Center for Human Nutrition. She says the sample size of the study was small and the participants not as diverse as the larger population, but she sees some benefits in limiting the timing of meals.
Intermittent fasting can decrease the amount of insulin that you produce, so it can lead to reduction in fat storage. Fasting can also help lower blood triglycerides, blood sugar. In certain cases, it can lower blood pressure and cholesterol.
And between narrowing meal times or counting calories, Zampano says it's important to find an approach that's realistic for you. Over in Sturgis, Michigan tonight, the Department of Justice is investigating Abbott Laboratories' infant formula plant. Abbott says it plans to fully cooperate with this probe. The plant was shut down for months last year after an FDA inspection found bacteria in several areas. The bacteria can be deadly to infants. Similac, Alimentum, and Elecare powdered infant formulas made at the plant were recalled, creating yet another hurdle for those families struggling to get baby formula following a supply chain issue that we all experienced last year. The FDA is relaxing some rules to make ibuprofen more accessible to hospitals and health systems. The agency relaxed rules for certain facilities to compound ibuprofen into a liquid. Liquid ibuprofen products are used in medical facilities to treat the current surge in respiratory infections because some patients are unable to swallow pills that are solid. The FDA says it is aware of reports that hospitals were having trouble obtaining certain approved versions of the liquid drug. This move does not pertain to the over-the-counter forms of medication administered outside of medical facilities. Still ahead here tonight, the Gonzaga Bulldogs were coming off a difficult loss on Thursday, but didn't have much time to prepare for their next game. Coming up in sports, Alex Crescenti shows us if they could get a win down in California and see which Bulldog was in for a career night.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
The boats are back. It's time to have fun. It's a live, in-person show, 4 big days from Thursday through Sunday, January 26th to the 29th at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Summer fun on the water is just around the corner, so bring the whole family. That's right, it's back, live and in person. From big to small, you'll see it all at the 2023 Spokane Boat Show. The boats are back. Learn more at SpokaneBoatShow.com.
In every child, there is hope. In every child, there is joy. Joy exists to shine the light and to show every child is limitless.
January is Plinko Money Drop Month, and we're giving more people a chance to win more money. You can qualify all month long to win. We're making it rain cold, hard cash, baby. We'll also have lunch and dinner specials, spa specials, and room rate specials. Midweek rooms at the Kootenai Falls Lodge are $79. Weekends are $99. The only way to win at Plinko Money Drop is to play Plinko Money Drop. So call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
You want to know why I call South Carolina home? Come on, take a road trip with me. When you look around, you can really get a sense of why I love my home state. From the beaches all the way up to the beautiful mountains, South Carolina's got awesome scenery, cool cities, rich culture, and super friendly people. Of course, the best thing you could do is come down to South Carolina and find your own favorite places. Come see why I love this place.
There's a new tax refund called the Working Families Tax Credit from the Washington State Department of Revenue. Those who qualify could get up to $1,200 back. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Ironstone Furniture and Fire is making room for new inventory. For a limited time, you can create your ideal space and save on in-stock selections. Sofas, chairs, tables, and more. Comfortable and beautiful furniture makes a house feel like home. Visit our showroom, Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
After the Gonzaga Bulldogs were shocked by Loyola Marymount on Thursday night, the team didn't have long to prepare for their next game against Pacific, a team they've never lost to before. But there's a first time for everything, right? Well, almost 7 minutes into the game, and the Bulldogs find themselves trailing. And this isn't going to help as Luke Olczyk, left wide open in the corner, knocks it down the 3 and 7-point Tiger lead. But back come the Zags as Ben Gregg gets the nice pass from Malachi Smith and gets the layup to go down as they have their first lead since the opening moments of the game. A few minutes later, GU finds themselves down yet again, but Drew Timme going to work, puts up a little floater and gets the shooter's bounce. He would be in for a big game. Don't go anywhere on that. Fast forward to the end of the half, and it's still a one-possession game, and Judson Martindale decides to put it up from deep, hits it, and Pacific with the lead again. On the other end with seconds left, Rozier Bolton looked for an answer, almost fumbles it away, beats the buzzer off the shot. It goes down, and we have a tie ball game going into the break. Still, you got to be a little nervous if you are a Gonzaga fan. Now, we mentioned Drew Timme, and in the second half, this is where he goes off. A layup in the opening minutes helps to make it a 12-0 Gonzaga run to start the half. A few minutes later, he's going to receive the pass in the post. Just a monster under there. Gets it to go, and again, his 32nd point of the game. Then with under 10 to play, it's a 5-point game, but Drew Timme again bullying his way to another bucket. And then with under 3 to play, he's going to do it himself, driving to the basket this time. And that is 38 points, a career high for him. 24 of those coming in the second half as Gonzaga able to hang on and get the road win. And with the win, Timme also moved into second place on the school's all-time list for career-made field goals, as he also has his sights set on breaking the all-time scoring record within the next few weeks. Now, the team will have the next 6 days off as they're going to travel down to Portland to take on the Pilots, who, if you remember, they beat by 40 last weekend. That seems like a long time ago. And the Washington State women dropped their second straight game as they fell to number 9 UCLA earlier this afternoon. And this was also the team's second consecutive game without their star player, Charlize Ledger-Walker. But it's not like the team struggled mightily in her absence. They still shot 42% from the field, 57% from beyond the arc, and won the turnover battle. Still, when a top team comes to town, you need to play just about perfect and then get some help.
So credit to them. They're really good and kind of positionless and they put people in spots that they're not used to guarding. And I think that really was the difference of the game, of us not being able to kind of guard their bigs from the three-point line. I thought that was something that really hurt us. But I'm not afraid of where we are. We're 8 games into this league play. I think we're better than we've probably ever been as a team and as a program, and I look forward to what we can do on the road next week and just the rest of the season.
Cougs will now hit the road for the Arizona portion of the schedule as they're going to face off against the Sun Devils on Friday night. And in case you missed it, last night in the Chiefs-Jaguars divisional game, former Washington State cornerback Jalen Watson came up with a huge interception in the fourth quarter during Kansas City's 27-20 win. Now, in addition to that, Watson added 4 tackles, 2 passes deflected, and 1 QB hit as the Chiefs are going to be moving on to the AFC Championship game against Joe Burrow and the Bengals next week. Should be an entertaining one. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap and Associates. Those responsible for making our local roads and highways safe for winter travel would like to remind you that snow removal is an important, critical, and precise task. Please give the right-of-way to removal equipment so we can all get where we need to go quickly and safely.
At Move Fitness, our gyms are designed to keep you moving. From the energetic fun classes to our motivating trainers and state-of-the-art equipment, there's a reason we've been voted the #1 best gym year after year. And every day we come to work focused on you, our top priority, giving you the cleanest facilities for your workout goals. Come on, let's work out. Move Fitness.
Well, looks like our surgery patient is feeling better today.
Yep, I didn't need any oxy today. I thought I'd do a little surgery on the drain.
Huh. Do you need your pain pills anymore?
No.
Well, we should get them out of the house. There are places to drop them off.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I can do that right now.
And I will look at the drain.
Prevent opioid misuse. Find safe medication return options near you at med-project.org.
Your heart is the beat of life. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Dear 2029, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota.
Get 4.99% APR for up to 60 months on a Toyota certified used Camry, Corolla, or RAV4. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Winter weather means hazardous driving conditions. If you must travel, follow these guidelines to keep everyone safe. Slow down and keep a safe following distance. Use traction tires. Give snow and emergency vehicles the right of way. Carry an emergency kit. Brought to you by Lakes, Worley, Post Falls, and Eastside Highway Districts.
Well, here we are talking about more clouds and fog. Surprise, surprise,
Yep.
Here in the middle of winter. The one thing to watch in the forecast is in the days to come are that Friday, Saturday, Sunday area where we have the chance for some Arctic air to be in the neighborhood. And that usually means things not only do change a lot in the forecast day to day, but it usually means things get a little bit more active around here. So keep an eye on that part of the forecast.
Well, thanks, Matt. And thanks for joining us here tonight. Tune in tonight at 11. We'll be back.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.